Hi everybody, this is OSensei Joe from American Jiu-Jitsu, lesson number 2. Today's lesson is going to be on striking. Okay, in Jiu-Jitsu we have 3 ranges of weapons. We have our mid-range weapons, which are our strikes. We have our distance weapons, which are our kicks, and then we also have our infighting weapons, which are our elbows and our knees. Okay, so today we're going to talk about just the striking for now, some of our basic strikes. When we teach American Jiu-Jitsu, we teach it from in a basic way. We teach it from a traditional standpoint, and then we get into more of a combative mode. But in the beginning, when you build a house, you don't build the roof first, you have to build that foundation. So we try to build a good foundation so you have a proper understanding of the strikes, where they're delivered to on a person's body, and how to use them properly. Always remember, whether you're an adult or a kid, that when we teach the physical part of Jiu-Jitsu, it's not about hurting other people. It's about using these techniques to protect yourself. Kind of like the way a dog would bite you because it fears that you're hurting it. We have a right, a given right, to protect ourselves and to take care of ourselves. So when I teach you these strikes, I don't want you to be using them on your brothers or sisters or fooling around with them. They're used to protect yourself in a bullying type of a situation or when somebody's trying to hurt you. Okay, so let's talk about the first strike, which is called the vertical fist strike. A vertical fist strike is just that. It's a vertical fist strike. We hit with the first 2 knuckles. Sometimes when you see boxing, because they do wear gloves, sometimes they turn their hand, and we do also in Jiu-Jitsu, but in the basic level we don't, because it tends to allows us to hit with the pinky and then cause a break, and they actually call that a boxer's break. The boxer has a very little fear of that because they wear a boxing glove. Okay, so when we strike, we do, as I said, a vertical fist strike, hit with the first 2 knuckles, locking in the wrist. This strike can be delivered, if you drew a straight line right down the center of the person's body, those are the striking areas: the face, the solar plex, and the groin. Forget everything, don't forget that. If you ever get attacked, draw a straight line down the center of the person's body, and that's where you can use this strike too. Okay, so in a traditional stance, we stand in what we call a kibidash stance, which is basically means our legs are spread like we're riding a horse. We take the hand, we turn it, and we lock it in. So when you bring the hand out, you lock it in, and you want to just tilt it so you hit with those first 2 knuckles. Okay, the other hand is here, and we strike like so in a traditional learning manner. Okay, and I want you to do, well, after you watch this video, I want you to do that 10 times. Okay, the second strike we're going to talk about is a palm blow. The palm blow is a strike that's mainly delivered to the person's face if using it, not to the body because it's too flat. You have very little fear of hurting yourself with this strike because it's a bone covered with muscle. Okay, what you do on this strike is we pull the fingers back, make sure the thumb is tucked alongside, not sticking out like that, alongside. Okay, again, traditional training, we get into our little kibidash stance, which is that horse stance, like we're riding a horse, and then we strike right to the person's face. Okay, just like so. This strike I want you to do 10 times. Okay, and then we have what we call a vertical, a back fist strike. This is a beautiful strike because it can be thrown in all different directions. It's not as powerful as the vertical or the palm blow, but it's very, very quick. Pretend, putting our hands up in training mode, all right, that we turn our body and throw the strike straight out, back and down, almost like a rope is pulling your hand. That's why it's very quick. So when we throw the strike, it's a quick strike, and it's a quick strike. Okay, so it comes straight out. What's unique about this strike is it can be thrown in 360 degrees. So it can be thrown to the side, to the rear high, and to the rear low. Okay, so the strike can be thrown all around us. So if a person is standing next to us, we don't have to turn, we can strike. If a person standing behind us, we can strike. If a person standing has their hands on our shoulders and we can't strike high, then we're going to strike low. So the vertical fist strike strikes to the front, strikes to the side, strikes to the rear high, and strikes to the rear low. Remember, when striking to the back, to look. I'm kind of looking at the camera, to look at you. Remember to look where you're throwing the strike. Okay, so today we talked about a vertical fist strike, striking right down center line of the body. Okay, we talked about a palm blow delivered to the face, and we also talked about a back fist strike, which can be thrown to the front, to the side, to the rear high, and to the rear low. Remember, when new things happen to us in life, we learn new way of dealing with things. New things have happened to us in the last couple weeks, and new things are going to happen to us in the future. And that's what American Jiu-Jitsu is all about. It's the future. So take these videos and take this time and work on your fundamentals. Kids, like I said in the last one, wake up, make your bed, keep a routine, don't go to bed late, do whatever homework you're assigned to, and enjoy yourself. Parents, same thing, man. Make your bed when you wake up, have that routine, keep that structure, and very, very quickly, we'll be back to where we want to be, okay? Next video will be on infighting weapons tomorrow, all right? Have a great day. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay home. Us.